Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing a Formicid Conjurer of Fedhaus in the 0.19 release tournament. And I have 3 armor? Like, did I forget to put my armor back on? Answer is yes. What happened to the leather I was wearing? Did I drop it? I guess. No, not leather. How about the leather, please? I left it here. I don't know why. Alright, we gotta get away from this Cyclops, though. He's slow, so that's not gonna be hard, but we just gotta get back down Dungeon 12 here. Alright, please give me back my armor. Thank you. Wear it. Alright. Anything else dumb I've done today? Yes, but I don't know what. So my mushrooms are all up here, I guess? Yeah. Oh, can we confuse this guy? Yeah, his MR's not that good. Alright, we got him. Is he gonna drown himself yet? Oh, he's too tall. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just blow him up then. Be confused, Manticore. We got him. Now, alright, whatever. We'll just leave him there. Mushrooms, are you coming? Why are they not coming? Because they can see the Manticore? They don't usually care about that. Huh. I was trying to get him to the staircase. I don't know what is going on here. Alright, can we, like, have the mushrooms kill him, though, maybe? Alright. They seem to have it under control. Now we can go downstairs into the lair at last, after eating some pizza. Delicious vegetable pizza, just what ants like to eat. I have to say, I think lair should not be a big challenge for us at level 13. Now, we should still be careful. The easiest way to die is to say that an area should not be hard. Because most of the danger in this game is from you dealing with a threat too carelessly, not from a threat being unsurvivable. So, in a way, the player is the largest threat in the game, right? For the character's life. I never thought about it that way. The most dangerous thing in the character's life is the player. I like that. Alright, so, like, right there, not the best way to fight this Komodo dragon, right? I thought we could just tab him. Turns out we can't. But we can do this instead, and that'll be fine, right? Let's just actually make sure we keep a little distance from him. Yeah, all right, there he goes. So we're not quite ready to tab Komodo dragons yet. That's a good thing to know. But our mushrooms, of course, are perfectly capable of it. And with Confuse, we should be able to handle frogs, basically, of any kind. Maybe a big pack of blink frogs would be an issue. But spiny frogs have low enough MR. Well, all frogs have low MR, but the frog MR is low enough that I'm not too concerned about spiny frogs, I guess is what I am intending to say. Back up here. Okay. And make some more mushrooms. We seem to have lost 1 or 2. Wait, so isn't there... Oh, I was standing on the toadstool is why I couldn't make a mushroom out of it. Potion of mutation, no thanks. And we're almost done training shields up to 9, which would mean we could focus completely on... okay, let's back up here. These confuses are not going great. And we'll just dig a little pocket here. There we go. We're almost done training shields, which means we can focus on long blades and perhaps armor a bit more. Just fruit, I guess. Okay. So we should confuse Komodo dragons, is what we have learned before attempting to tab them. And then if we've done that, they should be fine. Enchant armor, sure. Hit me up with gloves. Maybe I should have actually chosen the fire dragon armor. Come to think of it. There's no particular reason that I want to switch away from fire dragon armor anytime soon. Like, gold dragon armor could be nice, but also we have some spells that I want to be able to cast, and so it would probably not be that great. So maybe I should be. I'm used to investing in auxiliary pieces because I expect to swap those out less often than I swap out my main armor. Because early in the game, you haven't usually found, you know, body armor that's good enough to invest in all game. But we have like enchanted fire dragon armor. That's pretty good, right? I think we could plausibly say that we plan to wear it all game. In which case, that's the armor I should be enchanting, not the other one. How's that other mushroom doing? He's doing fine. Okay, great. Oops, I waited there. I meant to rest, but I guess I was already full on health. Let's eat a fruit. Head downstairs. Yeah, so far, Lair hasn't been too bad. We're training armor, which is not doing a lot for us, but soon it'll let us invest in switching to that fire dragon armor. Or it'll make it become a positive for us to switch into the fire dragon armor. Two spiny frogs, that's a lot. Spiny frogs do not typically travel in packs, so this is sort of a coincidence. They're unconfused. I thought I would be able to kill them before that happened. But they were very evasive. An eel inside of a weird diagonal diamond-shaped thing. Very suspicious. Let's approach cautiously and see what the deal is with this. No, let's just blow them up. I forgot that's the thing we can do. More eels, huh? I'm not very happy with that. But we can maybe like just leave this whole area alone. There, that's the exclusion I wanted. Maybe I should put a little more in hexing. Because we're relying a lot on confuse to deal with enemies. And so when it doesn't work, we're sad, right? So it would be great if it worked. Yeah, let's get another mushroom in there. Come on, Blink Frog. Get with the program. More blink frogs. That's not a huge deal. As long as we don't take like 4 of them at once in open territory, it's fine. And here we're sort of facing a maximum of 2 of them at once, which is probably fine. It's just a question of like how wasteful are we being with our mushrooms. This guy is so fast. But snakes and frogs, they're super susceptible to hexing. So Lair is a pretty good place to be for a hexer in general. Let's just dig through here, and then they're exposed to my mushrooms. The plant is more healthy? It's something poisoned a plant? I guess a confused snake did it, huh? Makes sense. It's a lot of monsters. Can I approach just one of them somehow? No. 6 wolves come into view. Good heavens. Okay. How can we... I've been eating fruit! What? Ah! I'm a fed husk guy! Immediately stop doing that. Oh, I just realized that because I was thinking of evolving this plant into an Oclob. And as a fed husk guy, that's a thing you can do, and it costs fruit. So let's never eat fruit again in this game. Okay. If any of you noticed me doing that and wrote in angry letters, you know, sorry. But I haven't read your comments before uploading this episode. Never fear, it's taken care of. I wonder, you should be able to turn vegetable pizza into Oclobs too. That's not a real opinion. I just kind of want to be like down here, where I have a million Oclobs, or not Oclobs, but mushrooms? Yeah. Even here is probably fine, right? No, I guess not, actually. Let's just dig in here. Now we're 3-on-1ing them. Or maybe kind of 3-on-2. Alright, sorry you guys had such a rough time there, jeez. Not you, the viewers, but my mushrooms. They had a rough time with all of those wolves. Am I carrying any scrolls that are impossible to use? No, that's good. How's my long blades? 10.4. And I bet we're at the point where we want to switch to Fire Dragon now, right? Our spells are all looking great because we're not worried about the shield anymore. We're at 10.14, and if we switch, we're at 15.10. So slightly better overall. More of a bias towards armor, which is nice. The resists are a slight issue, though. Because we don't really want negative cold resistance. There are rhyme drakes in here, you know? Yeah. It's probably fine. No, I'm not. I didn't mean to press Z. I pressed ZC. My apologies, macro system. I don't know. I'm glad it caught me, but I wasn't trying to butcher anything this time. Nothing bad would have happened if I had accidentally pressed C. Or I did accidentally press C, and nothing bad would have happened because of like the macro. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. I don't know. I cannot explain even the simplest of concepts today, evidently. So we're just going to go downstairs into layer 3. Very good. And continue on our course to become a Formicid fighter. But we're not really, right? Like, I mean, we're hexing stuff. We're doing hybrid-y things. We're not just, like, equipping the heaviest armor we can find and holding down tab. Which, I mean, it's not to say that it would be bad if that's what we were doing. I've said a lot of times that your background is a starter kit. It's not what you're sentenced to do for the rest of your life. So even though we're a Formicid Conjurer, it's not like we're failing to play as a Formicid Conjurer by picking up a big old sword and smacking things. Oh, good. Bot ghosts. That does not seem like a good thing to fight, even with the mushrooms, honestly. Yeah, and we don't have enough spell power to really reliably confuse him at all. That's pretty nasty. What else do I have that's any good for this? I mean, he can't see invisible, so if I had to, I could, like, go invisible. But I don't think I should do that. I just want to walk away, but I'm going to lose the mushrooms when I do that. So I'm not thrilled about that plan either. Why am I carrying a crystal ball of energy? It's a big mystery. I mean, we could blind him. Like, that's something we could do, but it's not very likely. And it's not going to do that much. Like, we might as well just go invisible if we wanted the effect of him being blinded. Potions of Brilliance. That could be interesting, actually. If we could be brilliant and thereby confuse him, that might help. Are there any plants nearby? There are. Okay. So we could conscript an Occlob plant to help us. That could be a pretty powerful ally in this situation. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll back up just a little, and I will evolve this plant, I suppose. And I think I will also quaff Brilliance and try to get some confuse on him. Oh, he's resistant to acid. I should have checked that. Okay. Okay, so quaff Brilliance. And while he's confused, or while we're brilliant, we still only have 24% to get him, huh? Ugh. Okay, well, that's fine, though. Oh, it worked. He hit himself. And the mushrooms are pummeling him. Nice. Take that, QW. Ha! Alright, I gotta say, we were not really involved in that combat at all. We got the confuse, which helped a lot, but I think the mushrooms would have gotten that before too long. It's Gastronoc! Let's lure him back to where there's an Occlob plant. And we'll make another mushroom on the way. We're brilliant, so like... Oh, we can spit acid at stuff we can't even see. That's amazing. He's almost dead already. Let's, I don't know. Can I do something to him? Not polymorph. That is a dangerous, dangerous game. Gastronoc's hit dice is super high, so he turns into really nasty stuff if you polymorph him. I don't know. Let's try a confuse, why not? It worked! We are rolling real high today. Okay, so is he dead? Did that happen? Yeah. This Occlob plant just like dealt all of the damage that Gastronoc required in order to die in exchange for a piece of fruit. And also, like, okay, yes, we were brilliant and we did confuse him. Oh, it's Dream Sheep. That's exciting. So, yeah, we're going to be sleeping a lot today. Let's back up. I don't believe that mushrooms can sleep. So we're just going to let them take care of this. Yeah, so we lost a few mushrooms in there. But it's fine. They saved us from some rather nasty issues with being put to sleep. Or rather, being attacked while we were asleep. So that was like pretty good. Yeah, I'm a fan. Wand of Enslavement is like good, but I just can't really invest in evocations right now. And Confuse is like almost as good, but way higher success rate because of our skill investment into hexes. So I'm not super excited about, like, say, identifying the Wand of Enslavement or anything to let me use it more. Yay, tap, tap, tap. Alright. So Rhyme Drake, I told you they'd be here. Alright, get confused. We're doing really high on, like, all of our confused rolls. Not just in that, like, brief period where we fought Gastronach and QW's Ghost, but, like, all game, confused has gone, like, nuts. It just hits 100% of the time. And I want to point that out because it's sort of easy to just, like, take that for granted when rolls go well and say, oh, I'm just a very deserving and kind person, and I deserve for my rolls to be, look at that, I got lucky, how nice. And you don't really, like, think about it. And then, like, you see people posting on Reddit, like, I don't know, it's got to be at least once a month. No, probably not. Less than that. But pretty often, posting, like, I failed to cast a spell at 1% failure 3 times in a row. Is this game bugged? And it's like, okay, so that's like a 1 in a million occurrence? Well, that's very unlikely, and I'm sad for you. Actually, people don't even do that. They usually say, like, oh, I failed to cast a spell at 10% fail rate 3 times in a row. And it's like, yeah, that's 1 in 1,000. That should happen to you, like, pretty often. Not because 1 in 1,000 is a high probability, but because there are a lot of events that happen to you in a game. Far more than 1,000 things happen. And so, more than once a game, like, something that's only 1 in 1,000 to happen should happen. And you only notice it when it's, like, real bad. For us, like, we've been getting insane coin flips on these confuses. Like, the number of 62 or 45% confuses that we've gotten to hit is, like, way more than half. So, I don't know. Just, like, maybe pay attention to stuff like that and realize, like, oh, you know, actually the randomness in this game goes both ways. It's just that I don't really complain when it goes my way. You know. Ah, gross. I don't want any of this stuff. Get out of here, Rhyme Drake. What is... Hello? My keys are... Okay, there we go. Alright, fine. We'll just take him upstairs and handle him by himself. Since he's sort of the most frightening thing there with our negative cold resist. Ugh, laggy. Alright, he's confused though. We got him. Lag, lag, lag. Hello? Buttons. Alright, we're back. Not to say that I, like, stopped recording, but just like, okay, yes, we seem to be connected to the server in a, you know, using an internet connection and not, like, two cups and a bit of string. Did we lose? I feel like we lost a wandering mushroom up there. Ah, it didn't get killed, it just expired. Okay, yeah, let's just make another, though. Level 14? Sure. How are we doing on, like... We're at 11.4 on long blades. Still a ways to go. But our armor training is doing well. We could do with a bit more magical training since we put on that dragon armor. Dragon scales. I'll never get used to the new name. I mean, I will, I'm sure. And it won't even take that long. But so far I haven't yet. I don't want that staff. I don't think there's any staff that I would want. Conjuration would have been nice earlier, but now we're not really depending on conjurations very much. Where did all my mushrooms go? Why are they back here? They're not. Where did they go? Hello? What? Mushrooms? They were following me. Like, that's their job. Their job is to follow me. And they were. And then they're just gone? They're over here. Why? What happened to you guys? God, I should hire a babysitter or something. I thought I had just like suddenly lost 4 or 5 mushrooms and like I didn't know why. Book of Transfigurations is like, oops, an interesting and cool book with fun spells, but they're not like that strong. They're fine spells, no doubt. But like for most characters, poison magic? I don't know. Especially statue form. For a lot of characters who want to cast statue form, it's like, sorry. I guess what I should say is the number of players who want to cast statue form is much higher than the number of characters who want to cast statue form. By which I mean people learn it when there's like casting it is strictly a penalty to them, or not strictly, like it gives you more armor. It's like, I don't know. Maybe there are situations where it's strictly worse. But like casting statue form for the extra armor on like a mage, terrible idea. Awful. You really only want to use it for at least a melee guy and usually an unarmed combat guy. The fact that it slows you is like a tremendous, enormous downside. It gives you extra like physical damage output, and in unarmed combat, it like greatly increases your damage output. But if your damage is like conjurations, you're just like slowing yourself so you do less damage. It's very bad. But people love it. And it's a fun spell, but it's like... And it's very good for the right character. I'm just saying like that people use it on a lot of wrong characters is all. There's a lot of elephants. I'm not leaving this spot, I don't think. At least standing right here, I have a good good engagement in terms of like number of allies versus number of enemies, and I'm doing pretty well on like blinding these guys. Yeah, let's dazzle them. Yeah, it's not as big a buff as confusing, but the mushrooms are taking care of confusing guys on occasion as well. So yeah, that fight went like wow, real well. A lot better than I really could have expected. Yeah, we'll just confuse him before he can turn us to stone, I guess. Okay, yeah, we'll chop this guy up, I suppose. It's a rhyme drake! Oh no! We learned the way to deal with these guys is to just walk away and let mushrooms take care of the problem. Oh, let's sneak up on him. Ah, gotcha! Formicids are fun. Wand of Teleportation, I really... Ah! I really do not like melee. And killer bees are not that great either. I'm thinking of like digging my way into a wall here, but maybe there's something smarter I should be doing. Because these guys have low MR, that's the main thing. So we'll just confuse them and that'll be fine, is the idea. But maybe there's something more clever. Need to remember to drop this crystal ball of energy. I don't want it. Yeah, I think we'll just dig into a wall. See how the mushrooms do. Yeah, but here we can't be smitten by them, which is like the main thing that melee have going for them. Alright, how's it going out there, guys? How many mushrooms have I lost? Like, a lot more than I would like, I should think. Yeah, we're losing mushrooms out there. FedHaas is not very pleased. But you know what? That's their job, FedHaas. Get over it. We do have our poison resistance on. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's amalloy. Confuse it? Got it. Okay, well, there's still a bunch out there. Let's dig a little further back. My experience has been if you're like this far away from the entrance, it's easier for monsters to lose track of you and wander away. There's some sort of distance-based component to how good they are at remembering you. And I don't know if it's true, but it has seemed to me that this kind of distance makes an appreciable difference. Yeah, I guess we'll just tap it. We don't need to confuse it. Okay, so how did our mushrooms fare? They're all dead. Okay, so that's not great. I could have gotten a better outcome than that. But you know what? We're alive. So in that sense, it is the best outcome we could have gotten. Man, all these bees are bees. All right, let's back up so that the queen bee can't buff all the others. Whew. All right, everyone back up so we can start making. Okay, we got our mushroom army a little bit back. That was a lot of bees. Holy cow. It's nice that Melii were added. It makes these kind of like mid-game bee vaults more interesting, because when it was just queen bees, when it was just a bunch of killer bees and one queen bee, it was not a very interesting vault. But the Melii add an interesting new twist. What do I do about this guy? You know what? Drop the crystal ball of energy. Take that, Hydra. And maybe like just blind him or something, and then blow him up. It's not doing a ton of damage, I have to be honest. But the point is that the mushrooms are going to mostly kill him. I'm just helping. We have like a lot of scrolls of identify at this point, don't we? Read. Yeah, we do. Let's identify some of these scrolls. Actually, all right, we have a few sacks that are several tall, so we'll read identify those in a moment. Okay, here we go. Read R, read G, read L. Okay, L was good. And we'll drop G and R. There we go. Who needs that junk? So at the on the one hand, it's been about the right length of, for an episode, but we're kind of at a point where we're about to head to layer 6, and that would be kind of a gratifying place to end the episode. So I think I'll just extend it, make this episode a bit longer than the previous ones were. All right, now we found acquirement. What exactly do we want? Like a wand to heal wounds, sure, that would be great. A weapon? We're pretty much set. Jewelry? No, not really. Miscellaneous evocables are pretty good. A book? I don't think so. Armor? Not usually the best acquirement, but could be pretty good for this character. I think it's between armor and wand. And evocable. I don't really want to train evocations right now. We already have a lot of demands on our experience with like spells. We invested a bunch of experience into spells earlier, which means we're still pushing hard on, the other offensive stuff we need now. And we spent a bunch on invocations for FedHaas. We don't exactly have experience to spare right now for evocations, I don't think. So I'm inclined to just... But the thing is, if I go for a wand, I'm aiming only for wand of heal wounds. The rest are all useless, or not that good anyway. So that doesn't seem that impressive. Let's just take armor. It's maybe not the best choice, but it's an okay choice. Maybe we'll get like some good boots, right? We haven't found any boots yet, so boots, great. How are they? +2 boots of cold resist, which we really wanted. Strength, yeah, all right. Drain's not a big deal. I'm not taking these off like ever. Yeah, I was thinking that was like Star Corrode or whatever, which would corrode me occasionally when I get hit, and I was like, okay, that would be fine. But it's even better than that. It's only going to drain me if I take it off. It's like, I'm not going to do. Great boots. Good acquirement. A++. Would buy again. Okay, so here we are on layer 6. The end of layer. It's nice that it's like so short now. Not short, but it's not the really long, grindy experience it was at 8 levels. We're a bit low on wandering mushrooms, so I would like to make some more when I get a chance. Oh, hello, Oclops. Nice to see you. That's... Oh, yeah. I'm not immune to acid, though. Just Oclops. I fall asleep. Wow! That was one hit? Are you kidding me? Okay, wow. I gotta get out of the view of these dream sheep immediately. You get like 2 or 3 turns, I think, of sleep immunity. So we're not at immediate risk of being put back to sleep and killed. Holy cow, I gotta tell the guy who introduced Dream Sheep, he's gonna be so pleased that they did this to me. Oh boy. That was... The turn I walked into line of sight, just blam, and then hammered. Wow. Good monster. Alright. If I could blink or something, that would be cool. What about fear? That would buy me some time. Yeah, I think that's probably better than walking away, because I don't understand the... don't understand for sure what the timeout is on sleep. And so if I walk away, I sort of risk being put to sleep sooner than I would like, I think. But also, if I read fear, like... Actually, the Komodo dragon, like, is probably gonna get scared away, but I'm not sure. I think it's safer to walk away first. Okay. So. Now, if I read fear, it's only gonna hit that one dream sheep, though. As well as, of course, the dragon. Komodo dragon. So what I'm gonna do is back around like so. Now I'm out of line of sight of the dream sheep. And can't be put to sleep for that reason. And just sort of dig my way into this wall for a bit. Now, do I quaff any curing or anything? I think 1 is reasonable. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll just pass a few turns and see how the combat out there seems to be going. As a Formicid, right, I can sense the monsters. Plus, I'm getting these messages every time an enemy is killed or an ally is killed. Alright, so it looks like that was the Komodo dragon and 3 dream sheep. All killed, if I had to guess. Which is pretty good. There's still more dream sheep out there. Yikes. Okay, the mushrooms seem to have taken care of it. Yeah, alright. Is he awake? Let me see if I can tell Brannock here. All right. So I said to him, "Hey, I just walked in the line of sight of 4 Dream Sheep and a Komodo Dragon at the lair ending. Went from 106 out of 106 health to like 28 out of 106 in one turn. Thought you'd be pleased." That was, yeah, boy, that was a significant and serious and meaningful threat, huh? Yikes. But we made it out because they only got to hit us once before we addressed this. So, like, that's why you got to have defenses, right? Imagine if I said, "Oh, you know, I'm a Formicid Conjurer. I'm gonna just be a glass cannon and like just train my conjurations enough so that I can kill everything before it gets a chance to kill me." Like, yeah, that's not really how it works. You don't always get the opportunity to do that. And you don't need to take that risk. You can, like, invest in staying alive, right? Get fighting, get dodging, get armor. It's not like I've trained a lot of any of them, but I've trained some. Actually, the dodging and armor didn't help that much. It was really just the fighting. But, you know, a lot of people who play, like, Deep Elves or whatever don't do that. Don't train any fighting for quite some time because they have, like, oh no, I have a negative aptitude for it. It's like, train it anyway. Health is, like, it's pretty good. It's the one thing in this game where if you run out of it, you're dead, right? It is literally the most important thing in the game, HP, right? Because that's what determines when your game ends. And training fighting is how you get more of it, so that's pretty good skill-wise. Like, if every skill were as impactful as fighting. Jeez, these Dream Sheep! Oh, they just put you to sleep like crazy. And Torpor Snails, too. Although I actually don't care about those, because I'm a Formicid, so take that. So can I confuse these guys or something? Does that even make a difference? I don't know. Maybe they can put you to sleep anyway. Let's go ahead and eat this Dream Sheep. I'm actually thinking right now that I should maybe pick up some more. I should have used Dazzling Spray there. Some more, like, fighting. We're training armor, but is that necessarily the right thing? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe fighting is a better investment. Yeah, it probably is. I don't know. Armor's fine. Whatever. Who knows? Let's try to blind this guy real quick. And also stay back behind some plants would be great. Yeah, since he's just going to kill our mushrooms in one go, which I do not appreciate very much. All right, but he's confused now, and I'll try to just blow him up. Dazzle him. Yeah, help! 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 This Hydra is not making me happy. There, we got him, but it's not a very good combat. We lost a lot of mushrooms there, and, like, I don't know. I probably could have handled that in a better way. Let me and make some more mushrooms out of this. And let's not go in here. This is the end vault. The one with the dire elephants and so on. It looks like, anyway. Yeah, confuse and tap. Good recipe. Is it? Are we done with the level except for that? No, I guess not. Okay. Death Yak incoming is not something I'm thrilled about. But we can, like, dazzle him maybe. Yeah, of course there's always more Death Yaks. Never just one Death Yak. What? Oh, it's a frog. How did he get there? I don't know. I didn't see him approaching, like, at all for some reason. Are there any plants around? There's some back here. Let's... I want to have Oclobs available if I need them. And it kind of seems like I do. Yeah, let's try to pull the Death Yaks. It's not really working. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's a fungus. Why did I think it was a plant? I don't know if that one's a plant. How much? I have 5 fruit? Okay. Let's throw a Mystic Blast at them just to like get their attention. It worked. Dazzle them. And then an Oclop plant, sure. It's going to be useful not just for this pack of Death Yaks, but also all the Dire Elephants that we're going to release when we enter the End Vault. I assume it'll be useful for that anyway. And we lost a few mushrooms there, so let's make some more. And we can probably just tab this Death Yak. Yeah, no problem. Are we done exploring? Hello? No. Server's kind of slow today. Or maybe my connection is bad, I'm not really sure. I think my connection is fine for like everything else. Oh, the door's open! Alright, well, forget the exclusions. Oh, we can walk through the plants, actually. That's kind of interesting. But my mushrooms can't walk through the plants, and I want them to come with me, but I'm not allowed to cut down plants. That's kind of annoying. And I can't dig around them. Well, I'll see what I can do, but I'm maybe not going to actually finish this layer ending here. Because I don't want to deal with all of these elephants. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. It's not when you get the loot that the elephants get activated. It's when you kill this anaconda. So I'll just say don't go in there. And I'll try to do what I can. See if there's any loot oh, they made it in. How do you... Oh, because it's only the top half they couldn't get to. Yeah, okay. Bunch of elephants is fine. Dire elephants are just... I mean, honestly, the situation is a lot more dire with dire elephants. You know. It's maybe not the most hilarious thing I've ever said, but it's apt. Yeah, so just that anaconda and I guess an elephant or something in there? I don't know. But, okay, so we're basically done with lair. But I'm going to leave myself a note in case I ever want to come back and, like, clear it out. And I'm going to try not to, like, do auto travel to, like, go to dungeon, even though you, like, that's super annoying is that I'm not doing that. It's like, Alan, why are you doing something super annoying? It's because these stupid mushrooms can only follow me upstairs if I wait for them. And so I have to keep doing that. That's a bug report to file, is like, the player shouldn't have to do stupid annoying crap just to get mushrooms to follow them upstairs. And it's